Having landed in Korea to a 21-gun salute, US President Donald Trump launched straight into high-stakes summit talks that could shape the global trade environment. A day before a planned sit-down with Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping for the first time since 2019, Trump met with South Korean President Lee-Jae-myung in Gyeongju, the site of this week's APEC gathering. At the start of their summit, Lee gave Trump a replica of an ancient Korean gold crown and awarded him with South Korea's highest decoration, the Grand Order of Mugunghwa, in recognition of his role as a peacemaker on the peninsula and an honor that has never before been presented to an American president. As the summit got underway, the topic of conversation quickly moved to military matters. Lee vowed to fulfill America's request to increase defense spending, but also asked Trump to allow South Korea to secure fuel for nuclear-powered submarines. He emphasized that this is not about building nuclear-armed submarines, but improving the South Korean military's ability to track North Korean or Chinese submarines because diesel-powered ones have limited underwater navigation capabilities. But that would also mean Seoul and Washington needing to revise their bilateral nuclear energy agreement. Lee highlighted the incentive of reducing the burden on US forces. Perhaps even more challenging, finding a way to take forward a framework deal reached in July, calling for South Korea to invest $350 billion in the US in exchange for Washington's lowering of reciprocal tariffs from 25% to 15%. With gaps over details of the investment package, keeping that agreement on ice, we'll cover that aspect of Wednesday's summit outcome in a follow-up video. We'll also be watching as Trump's focus shifts to trade tensions with China, although he's expressed confidence in reaching a good deal with Xi Jinping while they're both in South Korea. Failure to find a breakthrough could see an escalation in bilateral relations that could have global ramifications, although it could just as well mean a prolonged standoff on trade issues between the world's two largest economies. As for North Korea, Trump won't be meeting with leader Kim-Jong-un during his stay, at least based on his comment that they really weren't able to work out the timing, although it seems the North answered America's willingness to hold dialogue with missile launches, having conducted its latest test just a day before Trump's arrival.